Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on a very kind of easy smoky cat eye. I was actually inspired by Desi Perkins' video. She just uploaded a video where she does a gorgeous cat eye, black with blue shimmer in the inner corner, and I absolutely loved it. It's not something I could really pull off though. I'm so pale, with me it would just look ridiculous. So I kind of did my own version of it. I went a little bit softer, did a brown eyeliner with pink glitter in the inner corner. Definitely a little bit more wearable, kind of everyday. So if you'd like to see how to achieve this look, then definitely keep on watching. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Now, without further ado, let's just jump right in. Alright, so for this particular look, I am actually going to start with the eyes first, and then we'll go ahead and do the base afterwards. The first product I'm going to be using is from Marc Jacobs. It is their highliner gel matte eye crayon in shade Brownie. Taking this, I am going to ever so slightly draw on the inner corner of the eye and bring it down. Take your time, make sure not to rush it. I will then be taking a small shader brush and just working that in. Just like so. Taking the same eye pencil, focusing more on the outer edge. And slightly winging that out. Taking a little bit on the brush, just a lower lash line just at the edges. And connecting the two. It's not a huge deal if you don't make a perfect wing. With not doing the base first, you can actually clean it up a little bit. Just taking a small cotton swab. There. I find the gel easiest to work with because it's so pliable. However, if you are first starting out, you might want to try something that's a little bit more waxy almost. It just gives you a little bit more control. And don't worry if it's not perfect, because you are going to go back with eyeshadow afterwards and almost kind of smoke it out a little bit. And we are going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. Once you're happy with both shapes of the eyes, you're actually going to take a wet Q-tip and just clean up the area so that it's nice and sharp. Next, for the eyeshadow base, I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs Eye-conic palette. Where is it? Oh, this is in Glambition, and I am just going to go into that second shade here, which is called Infamous. And just with a large, fluffy blending brush, going to blend that all over the lid. So very subtle, but it just adds a little extra there. For the inner corner, I'm going to be using my Kaja. This is the bento box in rose water, and I'm going to go in with this second shade, the middle shade here, which is a beautiful pale pink. Taking a slightly dampened all over shadow brush, I'm going to dip into that shade and just pack it on ever so slightly. Just like so. Taking that same small shader brush, I'm going to go into that Marc Jacobs palette, and I'm going to go into this dark brown here, which is called Over the Top, and it coincides with my eyeliner that I had on, and I am just going to darken that liner up. And this also helps from the gel crayon transferring onto the eyelids. And a little bit into the inner corner just to darken that up again. Lastly, I'm going to take that same shade that we used on the lid, and I am just going to join those two colors on the lower lash line. For mascara, going in with my not Marc Jacobs, Lancome Monsieur Big. Excellent, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Of course, once the base is all done, it'll look a little better and a little less crazy. So for foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Lancome. This is the Tient Idole Ultra Wear. And here behind the ears. And just with my dampened beauty sponge. And instead of going in with another layer of foundation, I'm actually going to go in with my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And the under eyes as well. For contour, I'm going to be using my Dior Universal Contour Palette. And I'm just going to swish through these 3 shades. Add a little bit of color to this face. There we go, that's a little bit better. For powdering, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier. This is her pressed translucent setting powder. I absolutely love this stuff. And just with my beauty blender, just kind of pouncing that in. You want to make sure that you're not dragging because you don't want to disturb the makeup underneath. Now for a little blush, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in shade Mood Exposure. And just taking my small blush brush, just ever so slightly adding a little bit of flush back to the cheeks. Now, typically when I do such a smoky dark eye, I don't like to pair it with a very dark lipstick. I typically go for gloss, so I'm going to be using this Dior gloss in shade Nude. Just so it's a little bit more wearable. All right, and this is the final look. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I'll bring you guys in a little closer so you can kind of see the details. Super easy to do. It didn't take me very long, and I just love how feminine and just gorgeous my eyes look. They just really pop with this eye look, and it has a lot to do with the eyeliner. That shade Brownie, especially if you have like brown or hazel eyes, like it just lightens them up. So definitely recommend that if you're looking for a brown eyeliner. And that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all again next time.